Something I did want to talk to you about today, guys and girls, is the importance of valuing clients and revenue quality in any sort of financial asset. So before I start, let me say to you all, please, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're looking after yourself, you're looking after your family, your friends, your beautiful dogs, your beautiful cats. You're looking after the fauna and the vegetation in the world, and just being kind to people in the world. You know, we're all blood and water, and honestly, we're all going to die. So seriously, people that are so horrible, I have no idea why, and I refuse to be like them. I refuse, in this world of gadgets and, you know, whatever, I refuse to be like people like that. So please just maintain your humanity. Anyway, look, what I want to talk about today is Harvard Business Review. It was a magazine that came out February 2020. It's very valid, and they had a really interesting couple of articles in there, the importance of clients and revenue quality in valuing financial assets. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. I found it fascinating, and it also applies to cryptocurrency as well, and any financial asset. So what they discussed, and have a look at it on page 51 to 55 of the Harvard Business Review, and this is the latest research. They said, obviously, companies that have clients are like worthy and very valuable, and often people are valuing them incorrectly. And that goes for any sort of financial asset, whether it be equities or whether it be cryptocurrency, okay? Professor Peter Fader from the University of Pennsylvania and Daniel McCarthy, and an assistant professor at Emory University, where Daniel McCarthy came from, they basically put a valuation on the firm's customers and their technology, and they said it's a sum of valuing existing and future customers. And I found this very interesting. They said professional investors now incorporate components of customer value and projections about future competition and the regulatory environment into models and valuation. And this is really important, and this is from absolute academics that really know this stuff, but also it applies to financial market valuation with professional investors, professional fund managers, or professional stockbrokers, or the Morgan Stanleys of the world, or the Goldman Sachs and these sort of people, okay? So basically talking about customer value and loyalty is the most important thing that should be incorporated in valuations because it creates revenue. And this is what I've been banging on about. If you have no clients and you've got no revenue, how can you say a cryptocurrency technology is going to last with no clients or no revenue, right? No usability and no revenue, okay? Now, they said the type of customer is also important as well. And they mentioned a company called Telstra, which is in Australia, which I know very well. In 2015, they started focusing really on clients, and found if they focus on clients, it generated more revenue. They focus on what the clients buy, what they do, why they didn't like the company, and effectively they focused on ongoing old-fashioned sales service and customer service. And I believe this is the thing. I don't think that's changed. I still believe that people value customer service. Every time you get on the phone with someone or something, a bot or whatever, and you get this automatic, phone voice, there's nothing more distracting and nothing more annoying. Or you get this person in another country that can't understand what you're saying. So basically, also they mentioned a case called Revolve, which was an apparel that got listed as an IPO on the New York Stock Exchange in 2019, and they said investors and clients and customers got the valuation of this IPO completely wrong on the equity market, this initial public offering. What they failed to focus on was the client base and how long that client base had been with Revolve, and what sort of client wallet this client base was spending in terms of Revolve's apparel. So when Revolve got listed on the stock exchange, obviously the stock exchange is very bullish, we know that, but essentially they said, the stock was up 89% or more on the day. Sorry, I've got a position, I have to keep an eye on it. 8% or more on the day. and the stock was up 89%. So what that means is even the professional investors got the value of the stock incorrect. Even the underwriters failed to price in the customer value of this company. They found that the customers have been there for a long time. They basically had repeat buying and so forth, and they were very loyal to Revolve. Now this is really important also with any cryptocurrency. The reason why I bring this up is I'm saying it's actually very important for XRP and Ripple, because this sort of thing stops clients from moving to competitors if they know they're going to get absolute client service and looked after, okay? And it is just old-fashioned being looked after, as simple as that. So I found this article really interesting, and I just wanted to bring it to your attention. They basically said client-based valuation in any sort of valuation, I put this in my XRP valuation as well, is seriously important. They said that there's strong underlying fundamentals of the client base, which has been around for a long time. If you don't have a client base, you're in no revenue and you effectively go broke. Even the underwriters got the stock price wrong. They failed to see the importance of Resolve's client base. Now again, accessing clients can be expensive. To onboard clients, it's cheaper to retain clients than access new clients, right? You know, and also if you have long growth of clients, you know that you're going to have long growth of revenue. It's just common sense stuff, okay? So they basically said, you know, there should be a customer-based corporate valuation, a CBCV, all right? And, you know, if you have a subscription type business, that subscription revenue is even more valuable. And this becomes really important when we talk about forecasting revenue going forward. And it's very valuable rather than clients just coming in willy-nilly and buying something off the shelf like Walmart or something. And this is why companies like Netflix are so valuable, okay? So they said what's important is to model the customer behavior, whether it's seasonal, the acquisition date, how long does the customer stay for, that sort of thing, and what do they spend their money on? What type of product do they spend their money on? Customer retention, how frequently do they buy? How much do they spend per client and why? The age of the client, location, active clients, is it seasonal, is it not? You know, the thing is, it's really important to focus on client. And unfortunately in the cryptocurrency market, people think partner and client is the same thing, and it's not. Clients pay you money. Partners mostly don't pay you money. It's just a joint venture between two partners. Clients pay you revenue. Most of the time partners don't. There's a big difference between the two, okay? And that's something you need to understand. Ripple and XRP have clients that pay them revenue to use their system, for example. Their system that gives you instant cash flows within 3 seconds, you know, to get onto the system, you know, to utilize that system, right? And that's revenue. If Ripple has a partner, the partner doesn't necessarily pay Ripple money. Revenue is everything. And so I'll say that again, the cryptocurrency market thinks partners and partners and clients are the same. They are not the same. And that's a fact, okay? So really important to differentiate between the two. So basically in XRP's valuation, I incorporated the client base, what the client base is going to look like in the next 2 or 3 years. Without a client base, no revenue, no maintenance of technology, keep best of breed. Developers will not work for longevity, for free, no one will. So everyone needs to be paid. A paying client base is everything. And XRP has millions of clients, okay? It's just that simple. So just a quick video on that. I found it really interesting. Have a look at that article if you want to learn stuff. Very interesting. Okay, guys? So thank you very much. I'm Susie. I'll talk to you soon.